Hey guys, so here is my presentation project. My name is Alan Inglehorn. This is Kinesiology 3200 Fall 2025. I chose to do my presentation project on the pectoralis major. To start off my slides, I have an anatomical picture of your pectoralis major, your pecs or your chest. Right here in the center where the sternum is, you can see some of the origins. Down here in the costals, you see some. Over here around the clavicle, you could see some, and you can see a little insertion over here on the humerus. All right, let's dive in. The origin of pectoralis major. Where does the pectoralis originate from? The pectoralis major originates from the clavicle, sternum, and costal cartilages. The clavicular head comes from the medial half of the clavicle. The sternocostal head originates from the anterior surface of the sternum. Go right over here on the left side of the screen. You can see the sternum and the origins of the pectoralis major appear as well in the clavicle, a little down here, and that is the insertion on the humerus. This is a different picture. Same thing, your pectoralis major. We have the origins. All right. Okay, here we go. So I have a little animated video. It's about 15, 20 seconds long, and it goes through everything really quick. Go ahead. So, random. That's the looking back at humorous and the intentions. Leaves. So the insertions of the pectoralis major, as we already went over, the insertions is at the crest of the greater tubercular humerus. So here's one view on the right side of the screen, and here's another view over here on the left side of the screen. So you got origins over here on the right hand side, and then the insertion over here on the left hand side. So what are the muscle actions of the pectoralis major? We have flexion. So the clavicular head flexes the extended arm at the shoulder. We have adduction, where both heads work together to bring the arm toward the body's midline. We have medial rotation. Both heads work together to rotate the arms inwards. We have extension. The sternocostal heads extends the arm from the flexed position. And then we also have where it drawing the scapula anterior and inferiorly, and it assists with the inspiration. So let's see here. What are the joint movements of the pectoralis major? So the pectoralis major, it acts as a strong adductor and an internal rotator of the humerus at the shoulder joint. Each different head is responsible for a specific action. The clavicular head assists with flexion of the arm, while the sternocostal head helps with extension when the arm is already in a flexed position. It also contributes to a horizontal adduction, pulling the arm across the body. So we got a couple of drawings over here. We have the shoulder adduction, where going up and down, and then we have horizontal adduction, where the arm is going across the chest. We have internal rotation, where the hand is being drawn towards the midline of the body or being brought towards the belly button. And then we have external rotation where the hand is being brought away. We have shoulder flexion where the whole arm is going up, and then shoulder extension where the whole arm is going down and back. All right. One of the exercises I chose to do was standing cable chest press. So progression, add weight. All you gotta do, make it harder, add more weight. A regression, take some weight off. If it's too hard, take some weight off. If it's still too hard, do it with no weight. Just go through the motions. You'd rather go do it light and right than heavy and wrong. So if it's too easy, add some more weight. That makes it harder. If you want to make it easier, lighten some weight. Take some weight off of it. Or if you still can't do it, do no weight. Just go through the motions and get comfortable with the lift. So your form, you're going to stand in a staggered position, chest up, shoulders back, straight up military. You're going to bring your hands towards your nipple line, palms facing the ground, and you're going to press forward. So imagine doing a push-up, but you're standing up instead of lying down on the floor. You're going to grab the cable handles and you're going to go in and out. So like I said, basically a push-up, but you are standing up. Here we go. Bam. Elbows back, hands facing the ground, palms facing the ground, I am sorry, and pressing forward. Chest up, shoulders back. Same thing as a push-up concept, but you are standing up. All right, next we have incline dumbbell chest flies. So progression, once again, add weight. If it's too easy, add some weight, make it harder. If it's too hard, you want to regress, you want to make it easier, take some weight off. If you still can't do it, no weight, just do it with just the motion. Get comfortable with it. Go through the motions and then slowly increase weight, which slowly makes it heavier, makes it harder. So your form, you can grab one of those adjustable benches that go up and down, they rise. And instead of having the bench set at a 45-degree angle, which would be 9 o'clock, we're going to drop that down to maybe an 8 o'clock position. So it might be like 1 or 2 ticks below the 45 degrees. And you're going to open up your arms and hug a tree. It's the best way and most easiest way I could explain it to you. So open up your arms and hug a tree. So let's do it. Here's the illustration. We have the dumbbells in hand. Open up the arms, pushing up, hug the tree. Open up the arms, get that chest stretched, push up, hug the tree. Once again, elbows come down, straight down to the ground. Don't fight gravity, and then press upwards and hug that tree. All right, stretching exercises. So we have a bent arm chest stretch, and we also have a standing waist stretch. The bent arm stretch chest stretch is you get your arm and you lie it flat on the door frame or on a fixed pole, something stable that's not going to tip over. And you're going to do is lean forward and slightly rotate outwards, and you'll feel that stretch your chest out. The other one is a standing waist stretch, where that one you put your hands together above your head like you're diving into the pool, chest up, shoulders back, and lean and stretch out. You're gonna feel that one just open up your chest. I do that, but I slightly modify it. Instead of putting both hands, I do one hand. And instead of kind of just reaching into the sky, I use a door frame once again, or I use a fixed structure. So it's like a self-spotting. So it assists you with it. It makes the stretch easier. And in my personal opinion, I believe you get a better stretch. So let's watch the animation. So there it is. Arm flat on the fixture and lean forward, stretch out your chest. The other one, like I said, I am isolating the stretch. So I'm doing one pec muscle at a time. So none of this leaning back, I'm leaning forward. Same concept, same theory. And I'm using the structure to help me out. See? Same things, but I'm doing one arm at a time versus both. All right. Pectoralis major, we use it every day, and you don't notice. Uh, so the pectoralis major helps with maintaining posture. It helps with breathing, and it helps with stabilizing the shoulders and the arms. On the daily, we push the door open. We push ourselves out of bed. We push people away from us when you don't want to get hugged. Also, there's your pushing muscle, or you're pushing um, motion as with the chest press. The next one would be hugs or picking up a big object. You gotta bear hug it and you pick it up. Same thing. If you have nieces and nephews or your boyfriend, girlfriend, you give them a hug. Same thing, chest wise. Hug the tree. Um, Also, the chest helps with bringing your arms to, brings the arms towards the body and rotates internally. It also assists with flexions of the arms, and it also assists with extensions of the arms. So our chests help out with our arms a lot, and we just don't, really pay attention to it. We do a lot with our chest daily, and just like breathing, you do it naturally. You take it for granted until you can't do it, and then and then we give it some credit, and then we're like, oh man, I should appreciate it while I had it. All right, guys. So that is my slideshow for pectoralis major.